Good morning everyone, and thank you for joining me. Before we get started, I did promise in my live that I was going to play you a recording with Stacey's permission of Charlie, my youngest viewer and my youngest fan, who learnt my coronavirus hand washing song. It is so sweet. Charlie, I love you so much, and Stacey, thank you for giving me permission for everyone else to hear this. It's so lovely.
I was you're damned, 'cause I'm washing my hands with soap and hot water, so you don't stand a chance. Keep the virus at bay, stand 2 meters away. If you cough, don't be furious. Stay indoors, stay away.
Yay, well done, Charlie. We love you so much. Thank you so much. Now, I got a bit behind with my videos and didn't have a chance to film the La Roche-Posay video yesterday. So what I thought I would do is a facial this morning using my La Roche-Posay. So this will be part 4. I will also combine the Huda Beauty products that I talked about the other day into a little facial, and let's see how we get on. Now, incidentally, last night I was so tired that I fell asleep with some makeup on that I'd been trying yesterday. And I think you can probably see, I was trying out a concealer under my eyes and I've slept in it. Now, I wouldn't recommend that, but look, I think you can see which one I tried it out on. Very exciting, hasn't irritated my eyes even though I slept in it. News of that coming later. I'm going to tease you to come back for more. Okay, so let's get going. Now, the other thing is there's one more product that I wanted to tell you about that I forgot to tell you about in my previous video about hauls. I also got, when I picked up the serum from It Cosmetics, these It Cosmetics makeup remover wipes. Okay, now they're okay. You get them 2 for £20 on QVC, and I thought I'd give them a try. It says that they're 3-in-1 hydrating anti-aging makeup remover micellar wipes, with skin softening serum concentrate. What I like about these is that they are very wet. The reason I say they're okay is because they're quite thin, the sheet. I'm going to use one of these just to take that bit of concealer off. But they are very wet. So jury's out on that. I can't stand wipes that are not wet because they do drag the skin. So let's just take that concealer off. Naughty girl, I was falling asleep with stuff still on my face. So let me just take that off, and I will move on to some other products that I got. So the next on in with La Roche-Posay, I wanted to get some cream cleanser because I'd run out of cream cleanser. I'd been using the almond one by Weleda almond cleansing milk, but it was used up quite quickly, and I thought here's a good chance to try the La Roche-Posay. Now, I couldn't decide between these two, so I got them both to do a double cleanse. So one is called the Makeup Remover Milk, which is, and I'll show you the other one. And the other one is called Tellurian Dermo Cleanser. So as you know, the Tellurian range is for people with sensitive skin. So let me just read you about the makeup remover milk as I put some on. It says, apply to face with cotton wool pad, removes waterproof makeup, no rinsing, external use only. I've just actually been applying it all over my face and then removing it with the cotton wool. It doesn't really say much else about it. It just says purifies, soothes and protects physiological pH. And that is something actually that I have noticed about La Roche-Posay. I'm really enjoying these products right now because they're kind of no nonsense. They're not like, there's not a big essay about how they've sourced products from, you know, outer regions and mysterious plants, but they've just got really good ingredients in them. And I've noticed that after cleansing my skin with these products, that my skin feels really soft and not taut, not like I have disturbed the pH. You can feel when you've disturbed that pH level. Do people know what I'm talking about? I'm sure you do. But when you cleanse the skin, you disrupt the skin's natural pH. And that's what gives you that tight feeling of, yes, I've cleansed my skin, but now I feel tight. These do not make you feel like that at all. Really, really good. And I've really noticed a difference in my skin cleansing with these products. Okay, so I was trying this makeup on last night, so you can see I've got a little bit there. I'm going to move on to another type of cleanser before I use the Tellurian. I also picked up these Tellurian single vial eye makeup removers. I've had these before, they're excellent. They do a bottle of this, which obviously is cheaper than buying it in single vials. But if you've got sensitive eyes, as I have at the moment, these are really good. So you get these vials, you snap one off. They're a bit like the saline that you get if you wear contact lenses, which incidentally I used to wear, but I gave up on a few years ago. And then you just twist off the top. These are really good. You get the only thing I'd say is you get quite a generous amount in them, which is good in one respect. But in another respect, it feels like you're wasting some because you can't use it all up in one go. Or you put it to one side, which kind of defeats the object. So one of the things that I like to do with what is left over is to soak another pad and then put them on my eyes for a couple of minutes just to soothe my eyes. Really soothing. Toleriane, again, so it's great for ultra sensitive eyes. Really cooling and soothing eye makeup remover. And then obviously I will take another pad for my other eye. I always want to do this and start putting it around my face because it feels like a really cooling, soothing toner, which is why I'm sort of tempted to use it as such. But then what I do is I can turn it round after I've cleansed, because these are quite thick pads, and I put what's left and I just leave it on my eye for a couple of minutes just to soothe my eyes. Now, how am I going to turn off the camera? I will be back in 2 minutes. Okay, my eyes are all refreshed now, and I'm going to use this Tellurian. Now, what does it say about the Tellurian cream cleanser? Apply with fingertips, massaging in with a gentle circular motion. Carefully pat dry without rubbing. Rinsing is optional for external use only. High tolerance tested under dermatological control. Use with or without rinsing. This has got glycerin in it. The other, dipropylene glycol, just very good for sensitive skin. Very few nasties, nothing really nasty in it at all. But again, just cleanses the skin really well without actually drying it out. Now, sometimes I remove this with a makeup wipe, one of my Aldi ones, or you can remove it with a cotton wool pad, as I'm doing right now. Just feels so lovely, and especially when I've got hay fever, sometimes, although it mainly affects my eyes, sometimes I can feel it on my cheeks or my nose. You often see me sort of doing that and it looks like I'm wiping my nose, but it's actually because my face is itching. And at the moment, you really don't want to be reaching up for your face and touching your face a lot because it's itching because of the virus. So this is really good, and it just leaves me lovely and moisturized, cleanses really well. As you can see now, I've kind of, that's just the cream. My face is nice and clean. I got a couple of hand creams from the Roche-Posay, and again, I couldn't decide which one, so I got them both. I got Lipikar hand repair cream, and I got Cicaplast barrier repairing cream. So basically, I tend to put this one on throughout the day, this one on at night. I have to say with these, they are so good. They feel, when you put them on, they feel like they leave that invisible film that's protecting your hands more than any other hand cream I've tried. So I definitely recommend these. So what I would do is I'd put that on at night before going to bed, because it's a barrier cream. But you can also put it on, you know, first thing in the morning if you want. It's going to protect that layer in your hands that dries out. My hands are starting to look like the skin is aging because of all the hand washing. And this, again, just says very dry, irritated hands are characterized by a variation in the cutaneous barrier due to repeated aggressions such as climatic conditions and frequent cleansing. Thanks to its moisturizing and repairing components, Lipikar helps restore the cutaneous barrier and and protects the skin from daily stress factors. Immediately penetrates non-greasy, and I would agree with all of that. Immediately penetrates non-greasy, and it feels like you've got that protective layer on your hands. I'm not going to put these on at the moment because I'm going to use a bit more skincare. Okay, I got a sample of the La Roche-Posay Pure Vitamin C10 serum with my order, which I've been trying out first thing in the morning. I have been using Charlotte's serum, but I do like this. Again, if you look at the ingredients, ascorbic acid is the second ingredient in this serum. Now, there has been some criticism when you look down at the ingredients of Charlotte's. The vitamin C is quite low down in the list of ingredients. And she talks about gold vitamin C, and I'm not going to go into that because this video is not about her. But this one, as I say, ascorbic acid is the second ingredient. There's glycerin in there. There is sodium hyaluronate. There is hyaluronic acid. Hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid. And vitamin E, salicylic acid. Have I missed anything important? Adenosine. Now, adenosine is something that they mention quite a lot in their products, which apparently calms the skin, so it stops you getting irritated. So they put that in obviously to stop you getting irritated by the vitamin C. It didn't cause any of that kind of tingling that vitamin C does. And I've been using it a lot because I've noticed a lot of pigmentation starting to pop out on my head. So I've been using that around these areas because obviously there's only a little one, but I'm very impressed with it. And I probably will be getting a serum, a full size one shortly, but I have got Charlotte, so I'm kind of resisting. But I'm very intrigued to try a lot of their serums because they look really good. They have a retinol serum, they have a vitamin C serum, they have a hyaluronic acid serum, and they have a new serum out called Tolerian serum, which is very cooling and soothing, and it's got this adenosine in it, which helps to calm down the skin. So I never know which one to get because they all sound so good. But anyway, so that is the vitamin C sample I got. I also got a sample of their sunscreen, Anthelios 50, and this is their fluid. And again, very impressed with that. Didn't leave a cast. It's not obviously a physical sunscreen, it's a chemical sunscreen. But it felt really good skincare as well as the sunscreen. It felt like a really good moisturizer. So I'm really intrigued to try that. So when I run out of my Ultra Sun, although my Ultra Sun is tinted and this isn't, I am tempted to try this because, again, just everything is really good quality. Okay, I'm about to show you some products that I didn't get in my haul, but I still think are really good as part of your skincare routine. Now this one I got a couple of months ago and I've used a lot. This is Cicaplast Barrier Repairing Balm. Now I got this because I saw a video by, I'm going to forget her name because it's first thing in the morning. But one of the skin influencers, and I will put it on. I'll put it across the screen in a minute when I think of her name. But she was talking about how lip balms are really bad for you because a lot of them have got kind of things like lemonol and perfumes and things that are really bad for the skin on the lips, which is quite fragile, and that actually you should go for proper skincare rather than constantly using lip balms. And she talked about people that get addicted to using lip balms, and I've heard from a few people where that's happened. Because what happens is you put it on and it soothes you because it's got peppermint or something really cooling in. But after a while it actually dries out the lips, so you have to go in with more, and then you have to go in with more, and you kind of become dependent on using the lip balm. And she recommended this, Nadine Baggett. I think that's right, yes. Terrible in the morning. Anyway, so she recommended this Cicaplast. So you just saw the Cicaplast for hands. This is Cicaplast for lips. And it is very good. Just really good barrier for the lips. I haven't found a product by La Roche-Posay I don't like yet. Very good to put on at night. Actually keeps your lips nice and moist. And you've seen these other two, but I have to talk about them. These were not purchases, but again, I have to talk about them. This Pigmentclar for eyes, which is really good eye cream if you've got pigmentation around your eyes, which, as you know, I have. And I think the pigmentation is looking a little bit better at the moment, just under my eyes. I'm not looking as dark. So I think that is really good. I've been using that a lot. And I kind of fluctuate between this, my Tolerian, which you know, let me talk about the Tellurian. So this is really great if you have got hypersensitive eyes. You can see, can you see that this is shortly going to finish? So inside the bottle, it's in a vacuum, in a bag that is sealed off. So basically, nothing can get into it. It's actually sealed off from oxygen, and it stops it from going off. So it's just really, really good cream that does not irritate me, even on my most sensitive days. If you have sensitive eyes, use this. You can use it on your eyelids, you can use it all around. And you know, if you have sensitive eyes like me and your eyes have been watering, you get very dry all the way around here and around here. And this nonsense, I'm not going to start on my rant, but you know, just dot your eye cream around the orbital bone is no good to you when you actually need to put the moisture up there. And the reason that they say that often is because the ingredients in the products are not safe to move right up there and will cause stinging. So this one is actually, you can use it all the way up there, all the way onto your lids, and it will give you moisture. It's got really good ingredients like niacinamide in it that will skin loving and will help protect the barrier of the skin from drying out. Really recommend this. I've got 2 of them. I love it. You know, I've got one downstairs, one upstairs. Just really great to soothe my eyes. And I'd put some on now if I wasn't going to be doing some more sun care. Sorry, first thing in the morning. And this one for hyperpigmentation. Now, this does not irritate my eyes either. It says it's for sensitive eyes and it's got no parabens. So if you've got pigmentation, I find this as soothing as a Tellurian. It's got brightening, anti-dark circle brightening properties. So this one is really good, and it's got this little, as I told you the other day, this little cooling end to it, which is very soothing on the eyes. Now, before I move on, I also got this from La Roche-Posay. Now, one of you said, I didn't realise that they did eyeliners. Yes, so La Roche-Posay also does eyeliners, mascaras, and foundation. Okay, now I did try one foundation that I wasn't that keen on a while back, but they only had one type, one variety available in my chemist, and I think it was a mattifying one, and my skin's quite dry, so it just didn't feel very nice on my skin because it was the wrong thing for my skin type. But I must try the other one because I'm sure it'd be really good. They're all Tellurian, so basically they're good if you have got sensitive eyes or sensitivity on the face and you want a makeup solution that is not going to cause you irritation. So I couldn't wait to try this. It's a liquid eyeliner pen. I've been using it on my last couple of videos. I love it. It's not caused any irritation whatsoever. It's so easy to put on because it's really wet when you apply it. So you don't have to press, you don't have to push. The pen is actually floppy. I don't know if you can see that. So it's not, you don't have to press down at all. And sometimes I think with me, the act of pressing on the skin or something just being rubbed against the skin, as you would with an eyeliner, in itself can start my eyes watering. So the fact that this is so gentle, even on the tip, using the tip, the physical part of it does not irritate, as well as what is in it does not irritate. Now let me read what is in. It doesn't say an awful lot. Intensely defines eyes, suitable for sensitive eyes and contact lens wearers. So just really, really good. I love it. And it's really black as well. It really does accentuate your eyes. I found when I did it the other day and I put Charlotte's on the other eye, this was more intense at the end of the day. And no nasties in it. Now they do a mascara. I wasn't that impressed. I did get the mascara a while back. I wasn't that impressed with it as a mascara because it doesn't have a lot of the fibres that cause irritation. Therefore, it doesn't thicken the lashes. It's kind of, you know, a bit of a compromise, but it didn't cause irritation either. So if you just want something that's going to accentuate your lashes a bit, but just accept that when you get something for this amount of sensitivity, that it's not going to have the fibres and the waxes in it there that are going to thicken your lashes as much as some of the ones that you get for non-sensitive. So yes, they do eyeliner, mascara and foundation, and they do a compact as well, which I've not tried, but all of it looks really great. So yep. Now before I go on to the next bit, I might have to do this in two. After all, I just need to say hello to somebody in customer services that helped me with a problem at La Roche-Posay, because I promised. Okay, so I did promise before I started this video to say a big hello and a shout out to Kwame, who helped me on the La Roche-Posay website. However, Kwame, a bit of an update. So basically, when I was ordering my products, every time you added a product to the basket, it added a free gift, a 50ml of this cleanser, right? But you only could get a maximum of 4. But except when you got to 4, it kept adding them if you bought more than 4 products. So it really was quite tricky. Eventually, we had to take things out and then put them back in. And it took ages. And Kwame said that he was going to report this to their IT department as an issue. After all that, Kwame, I didn't get any of the free gifts. So I was a little bit annoyed about that. But thankfully, your products speak for themselves. So, and I've got a big tube of that cleanser anyway. So it was going to be 4 50ml jars of the cleanser. But having spent what I spent, it would have been nice to get the free gifts as promised. But they'd obviously run out. So, yeah, bit of feedback. But Kwame was very good at helping me out. So thank you, Kwame. And yeah, I just promised I'd give you a shout out. Ali Pally said they don't mind me nattering on for ages, so this video is going to be long, but who cares? Hope you don't care. Let's now get going with these, because I'm going to do a demo of these products that I got. And they're called, the company is called Wish, but it's a collaboration with Huda Beauty. And I got 3 products for the skin. So firstly, I got this Yo Glow enzyme scrub. I got a chin lift, which I can't wait to try, and a thirst trap, which is a moisturizing face mask. So let me tell you first of all about the exfoliator, because I'm going to put this on in a minute to exfoliate my skin. Now I've cleansed it. It says gentle, simple and effective pineapple enzyme, papaya enzyme, AHA and BHA, suitable for all skin types, dermatologist tested, healthy glow, retexturing, texturizing, brightening and even skin tone, right? So apply a generous amount onto clean, dry skin, gently massage in a circular motion to roll and sweep away impurities. Rinse well with warm water and use once to twice a week. Now, the only thing was, when I saw this and it used the word scrub, I thought it was a physical, gritty scrub, because they're my favourite kind of things. And I had this image of a gritty pineapple scented scrub and got really excited, but I'm not as keen on peels. Now, she said to put this onto dry skin, but I said last time I talked about this that you put it on wet skin. You don't. You put it onto dry skin, but it feels very wet, which is why I got confused. Now, can you see that it kind of beads up and you get all this stuff that then you use to exfoliate and take the dead skin off your face. Obviously, I'm going to have to go and rinse my face in a minute. It smells very fresh. I couldn't say that I smell pineapples in it, but it does smell very fresh. And I could definitely do with a bit of an even glow. But I just wish that this was a pineapple scrub, because that would have been perfect for me. I'm not as keen on chemical scrubs. I just think that I think because I've got hyperpigmentation, they're good at dealing with that, but they also leave your skin a little bit more susceptible to sun damage if you're not really careful with your sunscreen. So I tend to prefer scrubs, and the one that I love and I've just run out of but I've got on reorder is the pink clay one from Aldi. And incidentally, ladies, I looked up the company because I couldn't remember on my live what it was a dupe of, but it's actually Sand and Sky. And I looked up the products from Sand and Sky, and I'm going to put up some details later on. The two products from Sand and Sky come to something like £70–80, whereas Aldi's come to less than 10. And they look exactly the same and have the same active ingredients in them. So I now need to go and stand over a sink before I shed anywhere else. I think that's kind of got to work. Just not what I wished for. Considering it's called Wish, I wished for a scrub that smelt of pineapple, and I didn't get it. But never mind, not my favourite, but hopefully it does the job. We shall see. I will use it over the next few weeks and see if it does get to work at evening out my complexion. All right, so I'll be right back in a minute once I've rinsed this off. Okay, is my skin looking better now? I hope so after all that. So now I'm going to move on to this sheet mask. Now these are £8 each. This is a paper mask, so I'm hoping it's very good for £8, because I think £8 is quite expensive for a sheet mask. I know Charlotte's are £15, but you get 3 uses out of them. Now what this says, so this is the mask, really nice packaging, and it's called Wishful Thirst Trap Cocoon Mask. Okay, and it says suitable for all skin types. The wish list is instant hydration, softer skin, dewy glow and soothing. Start with a clean, dry skin. Remove the protective film from the mask and apply to the face and leave on for 20 minutes. Now, I can't put this on with the chin lift mask, so I'm going to do this first, and then I'm going to finish off with the chin lift mask. Okay, so it says it's got glycerin in it, it's got niacinamide in it, and they're actually quite high up on the list. It's got rose flower extract, it's got aloe leaf, it's got sodium hyaluronate, it's got caffeine, it's got adenosine. Aha, that's the soothing ingredient. Allantoin, it's got anything else that looks hydrogenated castor oil, vitamin E, but it has got fragrance in it. Okay, let's give this one a go. But the fragrance is low down on the list of ingredients. Now, before I put this on, I'm just going to have a sip of my tea and I'll be right back. There we go. Swallowing my tea. So, ooh. Even though it's a sheet mask, it's quite a thick sheet mask. Can you see that? It's sort of... Okay, that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting a piece of paper, but this feels quite thick, and it's got this jelly-like substance on it. Now, how do... I always struggle to get these open. Ah, there it is. Really difficult to find where to open it out. So you take this mesh off. It feels like a jelly mask more than a sheet mask. Now, what did it say? I've forgotten. Do you take the sheet off after you've applied it to your face? Remove the protective film and apply to face. Protective film. Remove the protective film. At least it's very clear which is the protective film. Oh, look at that. It might look like paper on the camera, but it's not. It's like this sort of jelly. Feels quite jelly-like. Oh, hang on. I've got it upside down. Is there a particular way? No, I don't think it matters what way round you put it, because they both sides look equally as moisturising. Smells nice. Smells very fresh. And I like the way that it adheres to the face quite quickly. This is when the postman knocks at the door. Mind you, they don't tend to want to stay around at the moment, so we'll get a bit round my eyes. Skin is skin. I'm going to move that up so I get some of it on my eyes, because it's got some nice soothing aloe and sodium hyaluronate there and glycerin. They're all good things for around the eyes. And only a little bit of perfume, so just try and get that a bit higher up. Okay, I'm going to leave this on for 20 minutes and I shall be right back. Okay, it's been over 20 minutes and I'm going to take this off. I absolutely love this mask. It was really, really good. Really soothing. Really cooling. I take it all back. I think that is worth £8. It's a real wake up for the skin. I just love the ingredients in it. Just really soothing and not irritating at all. Really nice. Really nice. I'm definitely going to be getting that again. So you basically then just smooth onto your face the rest of the mask and rub it in. And my skin definitely feels very awake now. Right, now the last product is a thing that I've been really intrigued to try. Desperate to try, but I've been waiting patiently so that I could do it with you. It's called a chin lift mask. Now, if you are of a certain age, as I am, and you're getting a bit jowly, my skin doesn't look too bad in terms of wrinkles on my chin, but when I lost some weight a few years ago, I could definitely start to see this kind of chicken skin. I think now, because I've put on a bit of weight, it's filled it out. But we definitely, hereditary in our family, got this sort of chin that drops and starts to look a bit jowly. So I'm really interested to see this chin lift mask. Now, it says it has a lifting effect. It enhances your jawline. It sculpts your appearance and it hydrates. It says start with a clean, dry face. Remove plastic film from mask. To avoid discomfort during use, pre-stretch the mask lengthwise by tugging at each end. Starting at the chin and pulling upwards, secure mask around the ears and leave for 20 to 30 minutes. Now my other half is up. I'm waiting to see what he says when he sees this one. He's already been laughing at me in the other mask. Now it says in here that it's got sodium polyacrylate, niacinamide again, polyacrylic acid, peppermint oil, adenosine again, peptides, vitamin E. I'm just sort of reading some of the things at the bottom, but at the top it's got your key ingredients, which are peppermint, niacinamide, peptides and adenosine. Now I'm just hoping about the material of this. I was a little bit worried that it might be a bit latexy because I'm supposed to avoid latex. It doesn't seem to have any warning that it's latex. Here is, so it's not wet like the other one. Feels actually quite dry, which is, now what's it say? So it says start with remove plastic film, then stretch. So that must be the side that you put on your face. This is going to be interesting. So remove the film. Okay, so that when you remove it, there's this kind of jelly-like thing, but it feels quite dry. And then stretch it to avoid discomfort. Okay. And then you put it under your skin. Now, is there a particular way around you're supposed to do it? I think that way. Well, no, it's both. It's cut the same way, both sides, I think. So then you put this here. And you put this. This is definitely when the postman comes round. If anyone comes to the door, they'll say, no, that's not how you're supposed to wear your face mask. It smells pepperminty. I suddenly got a whiff of the peppermint. How bizarre. How bizarre is this? Okay, we shall see what this does. So it says to leave on for 20 to 30 minutes. How ridiculous can you look in one morning? I'll be back in half an hour. Okay, so it's been over half an hour now, and I'm going to take this off. Now, I will say my fears about this being latex were fine, because it's not. It's cotton. It feels like a stretchy cotton. And then it's got this gel. It feels really cooling again and really soothing. I really feel like I've woken up. My skin has woken up doing all this skincare. And I'm definitely going to be getting, I think, both of these masks again. Now, let me just take this off. Let's see, has it given me a lift? Perhaps a little bit. To be honest, I don't expect anything to completely lift your chin just from topically applying a product. But my skin feels very smooth. And you know that kind of crepiness that you feel? That has gone, and it feels very smoothed out and lovely and cooled and soothed. So but one thing I was wondering with this is whether you could use it again. And I'm going to fold mine up and use it again tomorrow and before I throw it out, because it does feel like you could just get away with that. Not with the face mask, but it does feel like you could with this. I just wanted to add one thing. Although this does say single use, this chin lift, it does have a resealable packet. So even more reason why I'm going to reuse it tomorrow. Why would they put it in a resealable pack if it says one use? I wonder. Possibly because they have to say that because of infection and germs, but actually it comes in a resealable pack. The face mask doesn't, and I wouldn't reuse that. It's too wet and wouldn't work, but definitely going to be reusing that. Okay. I hope you've enjoyed seeing this. In the middle of this, I have done my review of my first impression review of the new Charlotte lip oil, and I've done it while wearing the mask, which is quite funny. But I will be coming up later with some products that I got from CBM Colour by Maya. They sent me some products to look at, and as a thank you for my review, and I've got some really interesting products to show you. So hope you can join me this weekend. I'll try and film it later on today, if not tomorrow morning. Take care and have a lovely day. See you. Bye-bye. Mwah.